Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, or good middle of the night, wherever you may be. This is Old Lip Lock no more. Seems like we can't get past one thing, deal with one issue, get one petition through before something else grabs our attention. And I subscribe to WJHL out of Tennessee because of the Summer Moon Utah Wells case. So I just had a notification pop up from WJHL News Channel 11. And the title of their 4-minute and 7-second news piece is entitled, Child Rape Victim's Mother Speaks Out on Suspect's Charges. So, baby dolls, we have a major trigger warning on this. I'm going to try to play it without much comment. And the reason I am putting it on my channel is because it's one of the topics I deal with, unfortunately.
Tonight, we're hearing from the mother of a child Johnson City police say was raped.
The man accused of assaulting her is in jail tonight under a $500,000 bond. The charge against Aubrey Lopez, the charges include rape and aggravated sexual battery, among others.
The victim's mother says it took too long for police to make an arrest in her daughter's case. In fact, he was arrested 8 months after the last known assault of which he's accused.
Tonight, Ansley Daniels shows us why the mother is bringing up an issue that's long plagued the testing of rape kits in our region.
So what Ansley is going to address, in part, rape kits.
Josh and Sarah, a grand jury handed down an indictment with 5 different felonies on Lopez.
I'd also like to pause for another moment and point out the words grand jury in Tennessee.
For her and her child's safety, the woman that you're about to hear from is only being identified as the victim's mother. And she tells us that there's no reason it should have taken this long for him to be behind bars.
He's been living his life free for almost 8 months to the day of when I first notified police what was going on.
The mother of the victim first notified authorities when her child reported the rape back in July.
Her child first reported the rape back in July of 2021, and this man has just now been indicted. But at least he has been indicted.
6 days after the last assault, and a full rape kit wasn't collected.
And you notice they keep saying after the last assault. After the last assault. So wouldn't that mean more than one?
Since there was no way to collect any evidence from the examination, I asked my child if their undergarments had been washed yet. And they said no. So we gathered those up from the dirty clothes.
By mid-August, the TBI had the collected evidence. So was the wait.
I mean, basically, it was just a constant runaround with, oh, we're waiting on the results. We're waiting on the results.
2 months later.
So this lady says, in reference to TBI, it was just a constant runaround, we're waiting on results. from a rape kit that they've had since August. I'm trying not to make any judgment calls here. I'm trying just to present it.
Later, she called the forensics lab in Knoxville and was told by the forensics chief a tech was assigned to her child's kit. The preliminary results came in November.
On that day is when they told me that the rape kit tested positive for, and that I needed to bring my child in to have their DNA.
Now, I want you to know that when that muted out there, that's not my internet dropping out, and that's not me muting. That's WJHL muting. So I have no idea what this mother just said.
DNA swabbed.
Comparison DNA from Lopez was also collected. Johnson City Police got the results in February, but it would take a grand jury indictment and into the next month to make the arrest.
That rape kits sit on the shelf for at least 6 months before they even get around to testing them.
According to this mother, the rape kits sit on the shelf for 6 months before they ever get around to testing them. Rape is a horrific, violent crime, regardless of the age of the victim. But I deal with children. I've been raped as an adult. I've also been raped as a child. I spoke out immediately as an adult. As a child, I waited 15 years. We must be a voice for the children.
Doesn't matter if it's a child or an adult. Child usually takes more precedence, but still, the backlog on rape kits is disgusting.
As of January 2022, the average turnaround time for sexual assault kits at the TBI in Knoxville, where this one was sent, is almost 35 weeks, around 8 months.
The average turnaround time on a rape kit is 35 weeks, around 8 months, in the state of Tennessee with TBI.
They're creating more victims, is how I see it.
They're creating more victims is how she sees it. I'm going to make an assumption of what it would mean if I had said that. How many more potential victims did this man have in the 8 months he's been walking free after allegedly raping this mother's child in Johnson County, Tennessee? I think that's what she means by creating more victims. Statistics bear out that there's rarely only one, and she has already used the word, and Ansley has used the words the last time.
And it's not okay.
You know, it took a very long time for your child to speak up, and
Yeah.
it takes a lot of courage to do so.
They're the bravest person I know.
The TBI lab in Nashville has the shortest turnaround at just over 5 months, and the one in Memphis is almost at 9. Now, Johnson City Police declined to go on camera about Lopez and his charges, but we'll continue to keep you updated on the story.
All right, darlings. There's about another minute left to this broadcast, or this piece on WJHL. I would like to thank Ansley Daniel for her continued dedication to bringing stories that we don't want to hear, but we need to know. So full credit for this piece. Child rape victim's mother speaks out on suspect's charges. Full credit goes to WJHL News Channel 11. This has been Lip Lock No More. Thank you for listening.